Yo, what is good, my fellow deadheads? Your overlord has returned, back with yet another JJK Phantom Parade video. Right now, we are currently in the full swing of the hidden inventory premature death rerun kind of event. It's not really a rerun because a rerun would imply that it was just for the original Toji Gojo and Geto that came out before, but it is actually an event that is introducing a new round of characters. We've already saw it on the Japanese version. You know, we're getting our Haijo, our Shoko, and our Nanami. And honestly, I just wanted to talk about realistically what you should be doing in this celebration, and not to say that I'm telling you what you should be doing, but more so I'm just giving you better information on how the landscape of the game is looking for the next few months here, just so we have a better idea of what's really happening right now. If you do enjoy videos like these, you can go down below and you can hit the like button, you can hit the subscribe and hit the notification bell, as it helps the dead man out quite a bit. But we're going to go ahead and just get right to the topic. So guys, I have done summons on Gojo's banner, and I have done about 5 summons so far. I actually do already have it, and there's a lot mixed in right here, but if we go all the way back, right about here, because I think this saves your last 30 summons. Yes, because this is from the last little memo celebration we had. So right here would be where the Gojo summons start, right? So it literally took me 1 and then 2 multis, and I got my copy of Gojo. Now, this is not a video for me to flex up or anything like that. This is just more so a video for me to say, like, guys, I want Gojo A5, but even I am deciding to stop right now. So I do a 3rd multi, nothing from that. I farmed that up yesterday while I was live, and then I did a 4th multi this morning, I believe. 4th multi, 5th multi. So I've done 5 multis, and I don't even remember this 5th multi, but that is besides the point. I am basically going to do 1 more multi on the banner, and then I'm just going to stop, and I'm just going to collect my exchange exclusive points. And the reason why I'm deciding to stop on Gojo's banner is for a few reasons. Reason number 1. Shoko and Nanami are just way more cracked. Both of them are supports, and both of them are insane supports at that. Damage dealers always get power crept in games because there's always somebody who's going to come out and do more damage, bigger damage than the last unit. And even in the case of JJK, where all of the characters are kind of like, not all of them, but a lot of them nowadays are being locked behind, oh, you need to be this color to benefit from this unit, or this color to benefit from this unit, right? With things like that, I just think that DPSs are not as surefire as we think nowadays. It definitely seems like what is more of a payoff is picking up your support characters so that you can actually just make all of your DPSs look a lot better. Not to mention they have introduced a system like the SP buff system. So old characters who were not relevant are now getting more relevance, getting better damage, getting better kits. Some of them are even getting turned into supports. So we have supports that seem to be coming all around in the game. And also we have DPSs, and DPSs always improve whenever they get an SP buff, just because they are always guaranteed stat buffs, 1, and are always guaranteed to get at least 1 passive or at least 1 skill change or something of that nature. But this is reason number 1 why summoning for Gojo may not be a good idea, because you need to be saving your stuff for Shoko and for Nanami. Nanami is basically a 10 times better, 100 times better upgraded version of SR Nanami, but at the same time, this is not a video saying just skip Gojo. This may be a video saying skip the entire celebration, but I will get more into that point a little bit later. Basically, this student replaces SSR Nanami in every single regard, every single aspect. He is absolutely insane. He's giving more buffs on more skills than the other Nanami, whether it be buffing himself or buffing somebody else. He also doubles as a DPS along with the buffing that he's doing, which Nanami, the SR one, has actually surprised me with his damage quite a few times. But nonetheless, this Nanami is certainly going to be hitting way harder, and a lot of his buff skills are also just attack skills. Actually, all of his buff skills are also attack skills. So he is always providing damage for your team and always providing a buff for your team, so long as the team is entirely red. He is going to revolutionize the red team altogether. Then green Shoko is pretty much like yellow Shoko, but specifically for green units. I don't remember if yellow Shoko is actually supposed to be only used with yellow units, or if she can just be used in general with everybody, but she can be used, I'm pretty sure she can be used with everybody. But this Shoko is mainly for green units, and she's going to do the same thing this Nanami is doing. She's just going to completely revolutionize the green team for damage altogether, and they are both absolutely insane buffers. Again, I do just want to repeat, their stats are really huge, really crazy. Shoko also has healing bundled in on her kit as well, so just really good in that regard. So these two are definitely a much better pickup than Haijo, even though Haijo is definitely going to be like the best DPS in the game. And you know, green Shoko makes Haijo hit even harder, but green Shoko makes any green unit hit any harder. They literally just announced green Chozo on the JP version, and I'm over here like, dang, I really want him, and he seems like he's a good DPS. But it's just like, it seems like green is about to be overflowing with good DPS. You know, people are still using Hollow Purple Gojo, the original, to make nuke videos. You know, people are still using green Megami, people are still using SP buff Yuji. You know, it's just a lot of options. We still have Mekamaru. Like, we just have a lot of different options for green DPSs, but not so many options for red buffers. But we still do have Yaga and Nanami, and they are both SR characters, so they are much easier to get. So if you want to just settle for using them and not trying to waste your cubes, or not waste your cubes, it wouldn't be a waste if you got Nanami. It'd only be a waste if you didn't go all the way and get them, right? But even still, if you want to save the cubes and just go the safe route and just use the SR, Nanami, and Yaga still, you can definitely do that. But it's just giving you guys some perspective at some things that you should be looking at. The second reason why I think we should not be so worried about doing this, summoning on these banners, is for this reason. So there isn't a banner with them just like specifically sitting there, but guys, what is the similarity between I don't know, green Gato with yellow young Gojo, and then with, unfortunately not on my account yet, red Toji? All of them were limited characters, but all of them got changed to standard banner characters. I'm not saying that it is guaranteed that Haijo and Shoko and Nanami are all going to get turned into standard banner characters, but I will just say that I think that out of all of these standard banner characters, all of them are students, right? And yes, Gojo is the hypest character in the show, more than likely. But even still, Gojo got turned into a standard banner character right here, right? This Gojo got turned to standard banner. This Gojo was always standard banner, and I think that when Gojo is older and can control the Hollow Purple and do a much stronger version of it, is a lot more hype than when Gojo was young and first figured it out. Now granted, this Gojo's kit does work really cool. It's really cool how his kit works. I really do like it. It's very unique. But all I'm saying is, have they not released a character who's even hyper than this as a standard character before, right? Full adult Gojo. Now, it may not be hype in the sense that he leaves after he does his ultimate and this Gojo stays, but like, if you're talking just literal hype, I think that the literal Hollow Purple is much stronger than the first time he ever did it. Or maybe the impact of the moment is more hype than this, right? But then also, you can see here we have a young Gojo up here already, and he was a standard banner character, but now he was a limited character already, but he's a standard character. And if anything else, I think that Toji was certainly the hypest out of all of these characters anyway, because Toji is the initial person who killed Gojo and made Gojo evolve to a point where Gojo was insane, right? So without Toji, Gojo would have never reached that point at all. So I think that Toji definitely deserves to be a limited character, like all the way through and through. Nonetheless, all three of the characters have still got moved to the standard banner. And you'll notice here that the full anniversary from the JP version still had an anniversary spot on the global version. It still had the half anniversary. The second anniversary on the JP version is probably just going to be synced up with the probably synced up with the first anniversary on the global version. So both of those anniversaries are completely going to be synced up. Those are both still anniversary slots. But if you notice one thing, whenever it comes to the hidden inventory stuff, it's like they take it less serious. It's like they move it around to wherever it is convenient for the game. So I would not be surprised if in our third standard banner update, we get the half anniversary characters as standard banner units. So, you know, all of a sudden we can pick up green Shoko and red Nanami and red and green Gojo as standard banner units. They all are very good, yes, but they all seem like they seem kind of like necessities now, right? Shoko seems like a necessity if you're running a green team. Nanami seems like a necessity if you're running a red team. So it's just like, I think it's kind of crazy to make these first batch of characters. Honestly, I'd say they're kind of a necessity too. Like Yellow Gojo is still used a lot today. Green Gato is still used a bit today. He's not used as much as Gojo and Toji, but Toji I still see used everywhere. I'm still dreading the fact that I do not have Toji. So that is how I know Toji is used everywhere. So it's just like I wouldn't find it surprising if they wanted to put the rest of these characters into the standard banner again and give us another standard banner update, because they still do have a lot of standard banner characters who have released like in recent times, right? And maybe they don't want to throw all of them up on the standard banner update. Maybe they want the standard banner update to be something that constantly happens so that people constantly have something to look forward to. So it's one less thing for players to complain about, you know? One more thing that players can, you know, rejoice about is one less thing that players can complain about. But I think there's a high possibility that the characters will get added to the standard banner in the future at some point. So that's why I'm also not that stressed about them. And plus, if you look at the global version, bro, we just had the half anniversary a few months ago, and like already we are getting reruns for Yuji, for Gojo. Sukuna's gonna be coming back, like all of those characters. So it's just like they are shameless when it comes to rerunning characters. They do not care how soon or how recently a character was out. They only care that the character wasn't out for the time being, so they can just drop their ass back again. And as long as it's for the benefit of pushing the global and JP versions closer together, then they really don't give a fuck in that regard either. But if you want to know my third and final reason as to why you should not be spending any cubes on Gojo, or if you want to go ahead and spend some though and be reasonable, don't go for a full A5, because he will possibly be replaced by somebody by the time the second anniversary comes out. And that is the same for Gojo, for Gato, and for Nanami, and not Gato, I'm sorry, for Gojo, Shoko, and Nanami. And honestly, those characters are supports. Using more supports in tandem is always going to be really good. It's more so when DPS gets replaced by a character that has the exact same name. But the third reason why I would say that you don't want to spend too many cubes here during this celebration, the last reason is because we are actually 3 months and 25 days from the time that the Japanese version actually released. 11/21/23. Yes, 11/21/23. That is 3 months and 25 days away from right now. Guys, have you seen how hard it's been to save cubes for the stuff that they've been throwing at our face like recently, bro? So understand me now when I say, if you do not start saving cubes right now, you are going to be in such bad shape for the second anniversary. Oh my God, the second anniversary is probably going to be the toughest anniversary we have had on this game thus far. And I'll be honest with you, for regular gameplay versus anniversary gameplay, I gotta say the anniversaries in Phantom Parade are actually really, really good. Like on the JP version, anniversaries make the game feel like not a side game to a main game. And it's kind of like that on the global version as well, but it's just like the stuff comes spammed at us so fast in the global version that it's just like you kind of have to spam it and rush it to finish it all so that you can make sure you finish it all. So then at a certain point it does feel like a side game as well, because it's like the time windows at which the events are out are so short that you have to push as hard as you can, and then it forces you to finish things just really early. So it's like the game is definitely about to fix its pacing issue. Literally after this celebration that we're having on global right now, what are we behind? Like Ino and Chozo and Dagon, is that all we're behind right now? Like and maybe the JP version gets another chapter while we're in our celebration right now, but like we are basically caught up. We are basically here. This is the event horizon. I have no doubt in my mind that the celebration for the second year / first year anniversary, the Sync celebration, is going to be the nuttiest, craziest celebration we have ever seen in JJK history. And another thing to consider is the actual date that the Japanese version released is 3 months or 4 months, 3 months and 25 days away, so nearly 4 months. But another thing is, a lot of the time they like to start the anniversary for the global side of things. They like to start the anniversary on the 25th specifically for some reason, or big celebrations on the 25th on the month before the actual celebration month. So guys, we could be seeing something October 25th instead. So we could be seeing something in 3 months time, actually, instead of even 3 months and 25 days. It could just be 3 months time, and we're just sitting there looking goofy for the celebration because we didn't start saving already right now, because we're in a celebration right now. And by the time the celebration ends, what, November or September 4th, by the time September 4th comes around, bro, we're gonna be like 2 months and 3 weeks, 2 months and 2 weeks or something like that away from the celebration. And that is not a world where I'm trying to be unprepared, man. I am trying to be 100% prepared for whatever comes our way, so that I can make sure I can get the most cracked characters in JJK history, because that is what is going to be dropping for the sync celebration. But guys, those are like my reasons for like why Gojo may not be the pickup for you. And again, like I said, I know that I'm in a different boat just because I picked up Gojo in 2 summons, and y'all can hate on me in the comments for that. I do not care. Hate warranted. But the reason why I'm still saying that like I'm in the same boat is because like I said, bro, I want my Gojo A5, I want my Shoko A2, and I want my Anonymous A2, A5. I'm kind of in between because both of he's a DPS and a buffer. But I will bite the bullet and I will just relax and sit back on this one. And even if I can't front of you, I will use my pity points if I have to for Shoko. And then if I'm at that point where I have to use pity points for Shoko, then I probably won't even summon for Nanami. I'll just literally have to wait. But I strongly do feel that they'll probably just end up being standard banner units at some point in the near future. But if you guys did enjoy this video, then you can go down below. You can hit the like button, you can hit the subscribe, you can hit the notification bell. That is going to be it for your boy DEADMANVINCE. Please just make the wise decision. Please just hold out and see what the sync celebration has for us, because that is again going to be the nuttiest celebration we have ever seen in JJK Fans Parade history. You guys have an excellent day. That's going to be it for your boy DEADMANVINCE. I already said have an excellent day. The Dead Man loves you. Peace out.